Hi there, everybody. I'm just going to give a couple more seconds. Sorry if we had a delay. We got it all figured out, so I'll just give everybody a couple more seconds to fill in here and kind of figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Abe. I'm an admissions rep here at Morrison Tech. For those of you who don't know much about Morrison Tech, we're going to get into a lot of it about where our location is, kind of the classes that we take, the programs that we offer, and kind of what it is that makes Morrison Tech such a special spot. We are the nation's leader in engineering technology and network administration. We have a brand new innovation center that we're super excited about. Engineering technology is especially a great spot to get into right now as construction's going one way and there's so much advancement in industry. So it's a really good spot and there's tons and tons of job opportunities available. We are ABET accredited, which that is the accreditation board for engineering technology. We're one of only a couple schools in the Midwest to have that accreditation. So we're really proud of that. And that really gives our graduates a great spot to move on to. And, you know, jobs open up along the way, and the other employers, even they see that we're ABET accredited and it really helps us. So that's something we're really proud of and we really lean on that. So where is Morrison? We're a little town kind of by Iowa, a little bit above the Quad Cities. So very rural town. If you guys have ever been in small town Illinois, you could probably figure out a little bit what we're like. You know, there's a Casey's general store. We love our Family Dollars, lots of corn around, but it's a really good spot, very safe. We have hardly any crime at all, very close-knit campus. The city of Morrison and us have a couple agreements too. We do a paint the town, that's a fun one. Rockwood is a state park that's in Illinois that's very close, fishing and stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But as far as a location for a small two-year school, this is one of the best spots you could have one. So some of the things that make Morrison Tech so special, I've listed up here and we'll kind of break that down. Lifetime career placement. This is something that I had never even heard of before once I started here at Morrison Tech. What that is within 6 months of graduation, we're going to almost guarantee you a job after you graduate. We have graduates in all 50 states, 3 different continents. Wherever you want to go, we can try to find you a place there, and at least maybe we'll have a connection. So we can get the ball rolling. Something that happens, you know, let's say you graduate and you want to move to Florida and it gets too hot or you're scared of alligators, whatever it might be, you can use our lifetime career placement and come back to Morrison or call us or email us, and we'll try to find you a spot somewhere else. So not only does that career placement happen right after graduation, but it's an all the time thing. Something else that's really cool that comes with that lifetime career placement is you can always advance yourself. So especially with technology and how fast the world is moving, what you learn in one day could be outdated the next. So we're always trying to stay up on that and keep our graduates up on it as well. So how we do that is you can come back to campus, and if we're teaching a class that you didn't learn, or maybe the technology is advanced and you need a refresher, you can come back and take that class completely for free. So that's awesome. You know, I've never heard of anyone else giving you that opportunity. Our graduates can have that chance to come back and learn some new 3D printing that we might do, or maybe a new network administration program, whatever it is, there's tons and tons of stuff to learn. Another thing that's really beneficial for us is our small class sizes, especially in this day's age. You know, you want that tight-knit community, you want a relationship with your teacher, and that's what all our students have. It's not quite a first name basis because there's still a respect thing, but all the teachers know students, they work together on projects, they know what's going on in their home life. If you have a reason you're late to class or something's going on, you can always email that teacher or text them. Office hours are unbelievably easy to find and accommodate. So having that relationship with your teacher not only enhances your schooling environment, but it also makes it so much easier, kind of relieves that anxiety you might have, or maybe you don't understand something. It's just easier to talk to that teacher when you have a relationship. The bottom 2 things, applied education and focused curriculum, they really go hand in hand. Our applied education, we're a very hands-on school. Everything you learn here is going to be hands-on, whether you're in the innovation center or in a lab, or even our physics and math classes are taught hands-on because we understand that's how our kind of student learns. So we're not going to make you, you know, learn in the innovation center, one of our CAD classes, and then come to another class and it's completely taught differently. There's no sitting in the back of the class listening to PowerPoints. You're always in there working with your hands, really getting involved with the teachers. The other thing that comes with that focused curriculum, other schools you'll see, you'll have to go and take an art history or maybe a meditation class or being human. whatever it is, Morrison Tech, we don't make you take those kind of gen eds. You come in, you take the classes you're required to take for your degree, and then you move on. So you're going to save a little bit of time and a little bit more money. So we have 2 majors, which is different than a lot of schools, but we're going to make sure that we do them the right way. We have engineering technology and network administration. Within engineering technology, there's 2 specializations, construction and CAD and design. And I'll go into both of those a little bit later on what they mean. So on the construction side, this would be an engineering technology degree with a specialization in construction. Some of the things you learn: bridge design, architectural layout, bridge and soil testing, blueprint reading, drafting in CAD, land surveying. You know, the list goes on and on. There's really a ton of things you learn. Once again, lots of hands-on classes. You're going to be in our concrete lab feeling, you know, what does this type of concrete feel like? What am I going to need there? You're in our innovation center, welding or cutting something apart. Maybe you're in a surveying class and you're going out to the survey or using our drones. Whatever it is, it's always something hands-on going to be required, or to relate to your degree, pardon me. Some of our career opportunities. So with all our degrees, we keep them pretty broad because we don't want you to single in on a career. We want you to have a lot of different opportunities, maybe get an internship, feel what you like or don't like. So the same thing goes with the career opportunities. There's lots and lots of ways you could take it. So for some of the construction one, a big one is construction and project management. The DOT, we have a lot of graduates go work for the Department of Transportation. That's a great job. Land surveying, there's tons and tons of opportunities there. Computer and aerospace, aerospace and defenses. So, you know, the list goes on and on. We've had graduates work for IMAG, American Buildings. We've had students work on the reconstruction of the Panama Canal. Excuse me. A couple students work on NFL stadiums, rebuilding those. So really cool, and it kind of limits, however much you want to limit it is how limited it is. So we've had students really take advantage of it and work with some awesome engineers and awesome spots. And then we've had some students that wanted to keep it a little bit more local. So the other side of the degree, or the other side of the program, is engineering technology with a CAD design specialization. So this one, we're going to go in a little bit more 3D printing, a little bit more design. Once again, you can take it lots and lots of different ways. Some of the things you're going to learn in here is a lot of drafting. You know, you're really going to be in those labs doing computer-aided drafting, doing some simulations, some stress tests, tons of stuff on the computer. What's really cool about this degree is, you know, we've had a little bit of architecture in there. You can really take it almost anywhere, which leads me right to my careers. We've had students go Harley Davidson, NASCAR, Boeing, Sandia National Laboratories, which is a top secret defense contractor in New Mexico area, which is really cool. So anywhere where there's a position where something needs to be designed, there's going to be a need for our graduates to go in there. So whether it be Gillette razors, they use the same kind of 3D printers that we do, or whether it be Harley Davidson, we had a student NASCAR help develop something for their braking systems. Tons and tons of opportunities here, especially as 3D printing and additive manufacturing is just continuously to grow. You know, we can't even imagine where the jobs are going to be, where they're tomorrow, whether it be 2-3 years. So always changing, always time for a job. Some of the nice things about Morrison Tech is we're always using the programs that are being used out there in the real world. We're not going to teach you anything that isn't being used by someone that's eventually going to employ you. We want you to be able to come to Morrison Tech, use AutoCAD, use NX, use the Civil CAD, all these programs. And then when you apply for jobs, say, look, I know you guys use NX. I've already had 2 years experience on NX, and show them your portfolio of projects or whatever it is. It just creates, you know, an internship, a job, even going out there in the workforce, having the understanding and the knowledge of these programs that are being used just gets you one step above the competition, makes it easier to get that job or internship. The other degree, network administration. Network administration covers a ton of things. If you have any interest in computers, it's really right up your alley. So there's 2 sides of it. You know, the first year you really are getting into the administration side, whether it be working in a high school or a hospital. There's a lot of computer systems out there. They need someone to be in charge of it and also be able to work on the computer. So that's kind of the first year. And the second year, you get a little bit more into the hardware, start taking apart towers, building an Ethernet cord, really getting your hands dirty, more or less. Some of the things you learn: an intro to hardware, software installation, network and security systems, IT ethics and consuming, and then obviously network design and setup. One of the cool things about our network administration program that I appreciate compared to others is we go into a little bit of your own business, because there's so much opportunity now after you get to your degree to go out there and work and set up people's computers, or even just fix grandma's computer, they got a bunch of viruses or whatever it is. There's tons of opportunities to put yourself out there. So we kind of go through the business side of it and how you run your own IT business, or even just a little thing that you have a Facebook ad for. There's still an opportunity to make a lot of money, and our teachers kind of go through that. So some of the jobs where you can have a network administration degree, anywhere where there's a computer, there's going to be a spot for a network admin. So there's a lot of people, we've had a lot of graduates in high schools, education, hospitals, a big one. Security is getting there more and more. We are pretty close to the Rock Island Arsenal in the Quad Cities, and we've had a couple graduates go there and work in cybersecurity. There's tons of options. Whichever way you want to take your degree, once again, we keep all our programs pretty broad. That way you get an internship and you kind of figure out what you like or don't like and work your way in there. So if there's a interest you have and maybe you don't know where you could fit, you can talk to somebody on campus, and more or less chances are they're probably going to fit. I mentioned a couple times of our brand new innovation center. We're really proud of it. It's one of the, it's definitely a hidden gem here in Morrison. So it was built 2 years ago. It's got all our tools in it, all our toys, huge 3D printing room. You can see that on the top of what would be your left-hand corner. We have PLA style printing as well as SLA, and then also plaster-based. So 3 different kinds of 3D printing you can go in there and use, and the classes are open to use it. Tons of stuff there. Like I said, we have the same printers as Gillette razors. Really cool. We're always trying to be on the cutting edge of 3D printing. So if there's something that's coming out, you can come right here on Morrison Tech and use it. The other side of the Innovation Center, the more manufacturing side, we have CNC router, CNC lathe is on the way. Sorry about that. We have a plasma cutter, 2 CO2 laser cuts, and then also a spot for metal shaping, pardon me. The Innovation Center, the goal of it is not just to have students to go in there and work, but it's bringing what was created on the computers to life in the Innovation Center. So it's open for our students. They can go in there as projects, but it's really meant to say, what do you imagine down in the classroom, and then putting it to life in the Innovation Center. There's also a full woodworking shop, a full carpenter shop that gets put to use a lot, and we're in the process of getting our forge and foundry set up. So that'll be awesome. We can do just the same as the blacksmithing and anywhere else. So the biggest part of going to school is getting that job, and that's really what we kind of pride ourselves in Morrison Tech, is that we have that 97% career placement rate. You can see there, 3 jobs for every graduate. Pretty much everybody who walks through here within 6 months of graduation has a job that they really want. We really put people in awesome spots that you can see, whether it be NASCAR, John Deere, Orbital ATK, where they build rockets, wall clippers, the list goes on and on. Like I said, we have graduates in all 50 states, 3 different continents. Our starting salary is anywhere from $47,000 to $50,000, depending on if you get that internship or where you want to go or where you want to live. We have employers come to us all the time asking for engineering technicians or asking for network administrators. There's tons of opportunities for our graduates. So if there comes to a point where you can almost just throw a dart on a map, and if that's where you want to go work, you definitely can. And then once again, it also comes with that lifetime career promise. So even if you relocate, maybe you move, like I said, Florida, Texas, Wyoming, wherever it is, Morrison Tech is always going to help you find a job after that. So kind of stepping outside of the school realm, on campus life, we do have dorms on campus. They're apartment style, which is really cool. You get your own bathroom, kitchenette, full-size fridge. You get to control your heating and AC, Wi-Fi. Really nice spot as far as dorms go. If you've seen any other schools, we have much more room in there. We have a barn we call it our barn. It's kind of our rec center on campus, TVs, pool table, air hockey, darts, big screen TV. That's also where our laundry and weight room is. Those are open for our students anytime, including the weekends. So you can go in there and, work out, get your laundry done. The barn has a ton of activities all the time, Mardi Gras party, chili cook-off, Super Bowl party, whatever it is. We try to do as many things down there as possible. And then also right in Morrison, like I said before, is Rockwood State Park. Beautiful state park, great for fishing or hiking. They have a covered bridge. I included that picture. So really cool place. There's definitely a lot more to Morrison Tech than just the great academics. There's a ton going on. We try to make everything as fun as possible. So as far as cost and tuition goes, you can see right there your tuition, activity costs. Pretty much Everybody at Morrison Tech does get some kind of financial aid. We really try our best to work with that and get everybody at the lowest price possible. We also do a ton of scholarships. You can see over there, academic, performance, family, and counselor. The really cool one is our counselor scholarship. We give $1,000 to every high school in Illinois and Iowa. And if you're the only person from that high school to come, then you're going to get that full $1,000. So it's really awesome. We try to lower that cost as much as possible. But even if, let's say you did pay full price, which no one does at Morrison Tech, and then you graduated, you're going to have quite the return of investment. You're looking at about a $21,000 hole that you're going to be in, and then we're making $50,000 when you come out. So much easier to climb out of that hole where you would have friends that go to a four-year school that owe $100,000 and they only make $30,000 a year. So when you're looking at schools, return of investment is a huge thing to look at because you don't want to get to the point where you can never make it up. You want to get a job coming out that can actually make some money. So I know I went pretty fast there. There's a lot of things to cover, and this was an awkward environment for us. Obviously, we'd love to be face-to-face. Morrison Tech is a school that really you can only get feel for how amazing it is by on campus. So we are doing on-campus visits Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, and then Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 2. We can probably figure something out there if that doesn't work. I've included my contact. I'm Abe Driscoll. That's my email and my number right there, as well as the head of admissions, Jody. You can email her or call her anytime to try to set up a tour or have any questions. Morrison Tech, it's hard to really wrap up and it's hard to get a feel for it. The 2-year engineering technology degree and the 2-year network administration degree open so many windows for our students. There's no limit on how many jobs you get offered or what you can do. It's especially amazing at this time where technology is growing and growing and advancement is just unbelievable. There's so many chances for jobs. That's about all I have. If you guys have any questions, I saw there was a couple there. Yeah, okay, so somebody asked what's the application process like. So we have rolling admissions. We do not take any SAT or ACT. All we want to do is make sure that you got through high school. So once you get that high school diploma or your GED, we'll look at your application, call you, and figure out what's going to go on. We understand that there's more to a student than numbers and a GPA, so we really try to get that application process as easy as possible and get a feel for the students before declaring if they're going to come into Morrison Tech or not. That was a good question. I'm sorry I didn't cover that. We got another one. Oh, financial aid. We do have a financial aid office right here on campus. So if you have any financial aid questions or something to do, help with FAFSA, help with scholarships, you can come on campus and have our director help you. So then there's one last question, and ask about job placement. We do have a full-time student career director, sorry about that. And so what the great thing about Mr. Conley is not only is he going to be our full-time student career operator, but he's been doing it a while. So he's a great person to come in and pick his mind. I like doing this, I don't like doing this, I want to do this maybe. So not only is he, going to help you decide that, but he's done it to so many other students. So there's time and time again where he's going to get you to the best spot possible. That looks like the end of the questions. I hope you guys learned something, and if you have any questions besides this, feel free to email or call me. Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us for Morrison Tech with the Illinois Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Exploration Program. There will be a quick survey after this event. And then if you would like to sign up for any more sessions, you can do so at iacac.org, and recordings will be available online on our website at iacac.org about a week or so after this session has completed. Thank you so much, everybody. We hope you have a great night.